The rain pours down as a chilling message flashes on the screen. A name she thought was gone forever. Heart racing, she hears a creak behind her and turns to see a shadowed figure step forward. You thought you were safe. You were wrong. But what happened next will shock even those who thought they'd seen everything. But first, let's go back to the beginning. In the year 2137, the United Earth Federation, UEF, had become the dominant force in the galaxy, uniting numerous star systems under one banner. The Federation, though occasionally tyrannical, had provided stability for generations. Earth had grown prosperous, its people expanding across planets and moons, driven by the dream of a utopian future. But that dream was shattered one fateful day, when an unprovoked attack decimated a Federation colony on the Outer Rim. The terror group known as the Vanguards, a coalition of intergalactic separatists, claimed responsibility. They broadcasted a chilling message across the galaxy, warning the Federation to negotiate with them or face further annihilation. The UEF was in chaos. Their once untouchable military might was exposed as fragile. In the aftermath of the attack, General Alex Harper, a decorated UEF officer, was tasked with leading the mission to quell the uprising. Harper was driven by a deep sense of duty to protect humanity, but beneath his steely exterior, there was an ever-present fear of what the Vanguards might truly be capable of. What drove them to such cruelty? Were their demands as straightforward as they seemed, or was there something deeper at play? These questions gnawed at him as he prepared to confront the forces that had broken the Federation's peace. The mission to infiltrate Vanguard territory was a delicate one. Harper and his team landed on the war-torn moon of Callis, once a peaceful mining colony now under siege. As they navigated through the shattered remnants of civilization, Harper began to realize that these terrorists weren't simply motivated by the desire to cause chaos. They were fighting for something more profound. They had lost everything to the Federation's unchecked expansion, their families, homes, and cultures erased in the name of progress. Led by a charismatic yet brutal leader, Selina Gray, the Vanguards operated with a singular goal: to dismantle the Federation's iron grip on the galaxy. They didn't seek negotiations. They wanted to dismantle the system itself. Selina's speeches resonated with Harper more than he would like to admit. She spoke of betrayal, of human lives ruined by an empire that claimed to protect but only oppressed. Harper's internal conflict deepened. He was torn between his loyalty to the Federation and the understanding that perhaps the galaxy had indeed gone astray. The pressure to maintain his duty to the UEF was immense, but the realization that the Federation might not be the benevolent force he'd always believed it to be weighed heavily on him. As Harper and his team continued their mission, they discovered that not everything was as it seemed. His most trusted lieutenant, Jason Wright, had been in contact with the Vanguards for months. Wright had grown disillusioned with the Federation's harsh methods and believed that joining the rebels was the only way to bring about true change. The revelation shattered Harper's faith in his comrades and forced him to confront the very foundation of his belief system. Jason's betrayal set off a chain of events that put the entire mission in jeopardy. Harper's team was ambushed, and in the ensuing chaos, Harper was captured by Selina Gray. As he stood face to face with the leader of the Vanguards, his confusion turned into anger. He demanded answers, but what he received was far from what he expected. Selina revealed a shocking truth. The Federation had been involved in a covert operation that not only colonized planets, but also exploited their natural resources, subjecting entire populations to forced labor. The Vanguards, she claimed, were not the terrorists, but the victims of a system that had long since lost its moral compass. Harper's perception of the war, of the Federation, and even of himself began to crumble. How could he fight for a system that had perpetrated such atrocities in the name of peace? Determined to uncover the truth, Harper managed to escape from his captors and, with the help of a few remaining loyalists, launched a counteroffensive against the Federation's forces. The battle for Calais reached a fever pitch. With the truth laid bare, Harper found himself not just fighting for the Federation's survival, but for his own soul. In a harrowing confrontation with Selena, Harper was forced to choose: continue to fight for a broken system or join the rebellion that sought to tear it all down. With the weight of his decision crushing him, Harper made a choice that shocked the galaxy. He turned his back on the Federation and allied himself with the vanguards, embracing a new vision for the future, a vision that would reshape the galaxy. The Federation's grip was broken. The UEF crumbled, and with it, the very idea of unquestioned authority. A new era began, not of chaos, but of hope, as the people of the galaxy rose up to rebuild their world, not under the shadow of the Federation, but under the light of true freedom. Harper's transformation was complete. He was no longer the soldier of the Federation, but a leader in the revolution, a symbol of the galaxy's fight against oppression. The people, no longer content with the lies of the old regime, stood united, ready to forge their own future, one free from tyranny. The battle was over, but the war for the soul of humanity had just begun.